and Ulalami get a good start. Everybody is bogged on that P2 grip position so far. Is Uitu going to get enough revs to get away, or is the grip level there too high? He does. Uitu finally gets a good start, gets a better start than Ulalami. Going to move across and shut the door on him. Ulalami slots into P2. The top two go through. Remember, 139 in the background. Tino Niemi, great move. But I would have gone Joker from there, Andreas, in P3, because that was a brilliant start.
But at the same time, you know, it's hard to say. Like Emil Nessen, he was P18, you know, after the qualifying heat. You would be going behind him if you Joker. So it's always a bit of a risk, like calculation. He probably have a great speed, but
when you only have two, we should explain to the people at home. When you only have two semi-finals, you've got the top 12. So the difference between P1 and P12 is significant, but it's not massive. When you've got three semis and you've got 18 drivers, each row is basically two from the top 6, two from the next 6, and two from the next 6. So you've got a couple of guys who are almost on the pace of TQ, and you've got a couple of guys who are not, you know, who are learning, who are a bit further down, and that makes the tactics much harder. It's a bit like ending up in a bad heat race because you had a puncture.
Ulalami had a 5th, 8th, and a 2nd, where Emil had 14th, 20th, and 17th. Like, you know, tactics.
Exactly. So Persson is into P3 having jokered. So Persson is now after Ulalami's position. You can see there. So the gap, it's about the gap now between these two. Ulalami in P2 in the red and yellow is the gap between Ulalami and Persson in the 21 car, which is coming down to the bottom of the hill now. So we'll check it on the timing screens. There's 2 laps to go. If the gap's big enough, I think you'd probably go now, but they don't have spotters, remember.
No,
so
that's true.
What do you do?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's quite tough, isn't it, really?
If you're second and you feel the pace is high, and here we go.
So Ulalami has to hold on to this position if he wants to go through. Nicely done.
A bit wide in the exit there, but nicely done.
A little bit sideways. You can see how small he is in the car. He's probably these things are so physical. You've driven them. I've driven them in the UK.
I drove them on the ice.
Physical.
Crazy cool. Yeah, crazy cool. Very cold on my hands.
Did you try Baldwin's one in Saudi Arabia or not?
I was gonna, but he broke the engine.
Oh, mate. What were you driving out in Saudi?
I was driving the Skoda supercar from ES Motorsport.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was about to say Super 1600.
Did you get to drive the Unicorn?
I was a passenger.
Okay, so you still haven't driven the Unicorn.
Awesome. Ken Bloss Unicorn. If you haven't seen it, search it up on YouTube. It's a beast. Let's see here.
Uito coming into the Joker on the final lap. We saw Ulalami's Joker was nice, but to be fair, Uitu had a little margin, I'd say, of a second or so. Yeah, really on top of that car.
Clean.
So the front row both got good starts in this one. It was in the first semi-final, it was Hallen and the TQ man to go through with Dennis Wieck. Dennis Wieck went through from row 2. Second semi-final, it was Anderson and Nordstrand who were the front row. And in this one at the minute, it's looking like Uito and Ulalami, although they're going through in the opposite way round. So
last lap.
Yeah, this is the first time that the pole man hasn't won their semi-final in junior crosscar. But that's okay, Ulalami's still going to go through. So Ulalami will go through in P2, but the winner of semi-final number 3 is Michael Uito. 323.5. How good's that? Yes. No.
Yeah,
yes. Quick.
Very close
semi-final
to
1 was semi-final 2. Anderson 322. 323.
It's faster than Halonen, but I'm not sure if Halonen went a bit slower in the last lap there.
Yeah, without the pressure.
Yeah. Uito's lap times are 49.3, which is half a second slower than
Anderson. Yeah, Lucas Anderson.
Yes.
So Lucas Anderson, the quickest of the 3 semi-final winners, the current champion, kind of what we'd expect.
Yeah.
Uito beating Ulalami, but Ulalami going through. So of the top 6 qualifiers, 5 of them have gone through, including the TQ man. It's only Dennis Wieck who's come from row 2, who was, I say, was up here in commentary with us. And in fact, it's only Oliver Solly who's missed out.
Yeah.
But if he gets a supercar test on Sunday, he's not going to care about not making the final, is he? I mean, I want a supercar test, and I've never met
11 years old. All the pressure. And the guys, first of all, like, the rev limiter for like 15 seconds in the start. I feel sorry for the clutch and the engine.
I know. If you were the dad, that's where you gently say this.